Hello, it's CraftyRia. I'm back with another video. Today I will be making some cards out of this box of cards that I got at Goodwill. It was a brand new box of cards. It is these cards. They're kind of already pretty sparkly. We have that sentiment on the inside. And it's a box of 14 of them that I got at the Goodwill, complete with envelopes. They were sealed in plastic. So what I did was I found 3 different ways to jazz up this card to kind of make it our own. If you have something similar, you can use this idea and either recycle an old Christmas card or make your own. When I made my other video from my Goodwill haul, I said I didn't know where these were from. I did, after I opened them and was playing with them, I realized there's this sticker on it. So I bet these are from Dollar General. So if you have a Dollar General near you, you might be able to find these same cards. They had some pretty similar ones at the Dollar Tree as well, about this size with different things on them. And cards with ornaments on them are pretty popular anyway, so you might be able to go ahead and incorporate this idea onto a similar card. So let's get started. The first one, I'm keeping the card intact and I'm just going to add some embellishments. I went through my stash and I found these snowflake stickers that kind of match the card. The colors kind of go, and I think they would just be really cute. The card, like I said, is already very pretty. It has a lot of sparkle to it and some texture, as you can see. These images are embossed, so there is some texture already there. So you don't need to do a whole lot. So I have these stickers, and I'm just going to look. I bet if I put that red one over that red snowflake, it'll look really cute. So let's just do that. So we have that red snowflake, and I have a white snowflake here that I could put over this white one. This white one is kind of plain. So let me go ahead and put that over it, and that just brings the background out a little bit. I have one blue snowflake, and I think I will put it in the center of that one. I think that really stands out. And I might do one more of these white ones. I'll put this one up here just to kind of bring something towards the top of the card. And then there you have it. You just have just a few extra little snowflakes on there, and that just brings just a little bit of extra goodness to the card. Super easy. Use stuff in your stash. For example, if you had these from the Dollar Tree, they would look cute on there as well. These blue snowflakes. So just get creative, find what you have in your stash, and see what you can add to your card. So then that card is done and ready to be sent. Then my second one will be a little more in-depth. I have, again, just the plain card by itself, and I went through my favorite thing, my bling box. And as you can see, my bling box is getting kind of full. The lid doesn't stay down very good. It's hard to see on camera, but I might have to get a second bling box. I picked out 3 colors that I thought went with the ornaments. I have the pink one to go with that ornament, the red obviously to go with the red one, and then this blue to go with the blue one. And I'm just going to run the bling around each one of these items, ornaments actually. Here we go. I have just the bling around all the edges of the circles, or the shape, the ornaments. There you go. That's that card done, and it only took a few minutes, especially on fast forward. It really doesn't take much time. Another idea that you could do to one of these cards is to take some bling and put it on the strings and have bling on the string. So let's go ahead and do that. So you're going to get an extra bonus card. This string is pink, so I will use the pink bling for that string. And this one's real easy because it's nice and straight. This is white, so I will go ahead, that's perfect size, and use the clear bling on this one. And that string is that blue color, so I will go ahead and use the blue. I will bring it right up to the word Happy Holidays and stop it just like the string on here stops. I'll use this little piece for the top. Start it at the very top and go down. There. So that just adds a little bit of bling coming down. I think that came out kind of cute, actually. All right, so there's one other card, so that's 3 already. And the 4th one is a little more in depth. I'm going to have to get another card out of here, because I want to show you 2 options. What I went ahead and did is I cut the front off of this one. So we're actually disassembling this card. And I went through my die cuts, and I found these dies and these circle dies. And I found that this one fit on here, the scalloped one, and a circle one there, and a circle one there. I lined them up, taped them in place, and then ran it through my die cutting machine. If you don't have a die cutting machine, you can use a craft knife and a mat, or if you have punches that fit, you can also use punches. But this is just an idea in case you do have some dies. I always like to show you ways to go ahead and use your tools that you have. So we're going to take these out. Okay, set those aside. So we have these. Now, one thing that you could do, you could put these on pop dots on the card already and add some dimension to the card the way it is, especially something like this. I would probably use a smaller die cut and maybe just cut out the center part of this one and then pop it up on there. Kind of like the way this little blue one is. So you could add some dimension and just put it right on the card. Or you can go ahead, but that would be using 2 cards to make one. I went and got out one of my 5x7 card backs, which this fits perfectly on the 5x7, and I picked this color because it kind of went with it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and adhere the card front down. See, and this idea you could use if it is a recycled card, if someone had already signed the inside. I'm going to go ahead and use my tape runner and tape down the card. I'm going to put a couple pieces in the middle to go around these shapes to kind of hold it down pretty good. Alright, there we go. And since the fold is the only side of this card that I cannot trim away, I'm going to put the fold flat down on the table. There's the open side, but there's the fold. And I'm going to put this side flat on the table to make sure that they line up. And I'm going to go ahead and line up the top edge and just press it down. That way, if I lined it up wrong, I could trim off one of these edges a little bit. There's a little bit of glue sticking out, tape, so I'm going to get that off. Okay. So we have that. Get my foam squares out and the scissors, and I'm going to go ahead and put this, I'm going to pop this up on foam dots or foam tape, and this foam tape I had gotten at the Dollar Tree. It is very thin, not very high profile, but it does give a little bit of dimension. I like it this thin because I like it to be able to mail really good in an envelope. And I'll go ahead and peel the backing off. And this die cut that I used does have a little bit of stitching. As you can see, it gives it a little bit of a stitched edge, which I think is kind of cool. And for this one, it doesn't really matter how I put it on, although there's some of that blue on this edge, and I want to line it up with the blue on that edge. And I'm going to carefully hover it over that. I'm actually going to lift it up so I can see it head on. There. It's a little harder on video to see it head on, and then that gives it a little bit of dimension. It's popped up off of that paper a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with this one. Let me find out which way it sits perfectly. There, that's the way it's going to sit in there perfectly. I'm going to cut this. That piece is the bottom. Same thing, take the backing off. Now for this, I probably wouldn't have minded using a higher one. I'm going to go ahead and line up inside, you know, like line this up like a puzzle piece in there on the bottom, flat on the table, and then just lay it down. So that way it sits flat, and you can see there is a little bit of dimension. And then the same thing with this little piece in the center. Cut just a small piece, put it here, and actually for this piece I'm going to go ahead and take the backing off and put this second part on and make it double high. So as you can see, I put two pieces. I put one on top of the other. And let me see if I can figure out which way this went. I don't think it really matters. Try to line up some of those lines and then just stick it down. So that piece does stick up a little bit. in the center there. And that does look pretty cool. And I do think I like it a little bit thicker for this card, but I think it still looks pretty good. So there we go. We have one card and we have 4 different designs. There we go. I guess I can't get them all on this screen, but you got the idea. So if you don't have any cards to recycle, you can go buy a pack of cards and watch some of my videos to determine what you want to do with those cards. Try to find something that is a similar design to something that I've created or that you've seen someone else create, and then go ahead and make your recycled or blinged up Christmas cards. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really does help my channel, and you won't miss any of my episodes. And then also, I'd love a thumbs up, and leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate all of you. Now go get crafting. Bye-bye.